Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. I'm going to start off tonight with a story. Back when I was in college, Hillbilly went to college, I was at a bar called 8 Seconds. Come walking out of the bathroom, and I hear this voice vaguely recognized, so I look over, and it's this girl I know, kinda. She's friends with my roommate. Like, we know each other, but don't have each other's phone number type of thing. And I hear her saying, no, I'm not interested. I'm just waiting for my friends. And there's this guy leaned over, got her kind of hemmed up in the corner. And so I slow down, take a sip of my beer, and lean up against this railing. And I'm looking, and she tells him a couple more times to kind of back off. And I see it's him, and then he's got his two buddies right next to him at the bar. But I do have that beer bottle. So you know what I did? Threw that beer bottle in the trash. I'm not stupid. I'm not going to fight three guys. Throw the beer bottle in the trash, walk over there. Don't have my drink yet? You can see the look of relief on her face. I turn to him, shake his hand. And he's like, oh, nice to meet you. Who are you? And I say I'm her brother. At the same time, she says he's my boyfriend. And he gets this puzzled look on his face, and I'm like, we from West Virginia. And he kind of laughs and turns around and walks off. Wonder why. I mean, he's being real pushy up till then. It's interesting. I mean, I know I'm John Wayne's son and can fight, a dozen guys at one time. But he don't know that. I mean, I'm not a little guy, but I'm not a big guy either. It wasn't that. He wasn't intimidated as much as I'd like to pretend that was the reason. Real reason is that he respected my property rights over her more than he respected her as a person. It's really what it boiled down to. So, why did I tell you that story? Because it's very relevant today. Watching the comment section about the Kavanaugh hearing, and realized about the only way anybody's getting through to one of these guys that's saying that this is just all a lie and these women are liars is by saying, what if this was your sister, your daughter, your cousin, whatever? It's that same thing, that property relationship. So I'm going to do it a different way. What if it's your friend? And we're going to do some math. Stick with me on this. We're going to take whatever number of friends you have, you do the same math I'm doing. Okay? We're going to say you got 500 friends. Divide it by 2, because odds are it's 50-50, men and women. Get rid of that half, so you got 250 left. Getting rid of the men. Now what if I was to tell you 1 out of 10 women have been sexually assaulted? It means 25 women on your friends list have been sexually assaulted. Did you know that? Did you know all of them? Like they kind of keep it quiet. 25, that's a scary number, 1 out of 10. Scary. It's even scarier because the real number is 1 out of 5. So double whatever number you came up with, and that's the real number. It's 50. You got 500 friends. So that's 50 women that saw your comments. Why don't they come forward? You. If you made those kind of comments, knowing nothing about what happened, you're the reason they don't come forward. If you made those kind of comments, man, can you imagine that? Seeing your friend, somebody you considered a friend, probably altered those relationships forever. They're never going to look at you the same way. That's why they don't come forward. It's interesting because we just had that Catholic priest case. All those boys, now men, 35 years later, coming forward. Nobody asked them why they took so long to come forward. Well, it's because men aren't emotional, right? They aren't as prone to making stuff up. Aren't emotional. You believe that, you obviously didn't watch a Kavanaugh hearing. I've never seen a man go from crying to screaming to crying that fast in my entire life. Man, he's an emotional wreck. probably not fit to be a judge. You need to have a level head to do that. And by emotional, I mean really. You know, I've never even seen my wife behave like that. She's been pregnant a lot. Hormones going crazy. She never did anything like that. But, you know, why didn't they come forward? Or why did they come forward now? Like they're just out to ruin this man's career. It's interesting. If you were sexually assaulted, I imagine you'd want to know a little bit about it. Probably learn a bit about it, read about it. First thing you're going to find out, sexual assault is not normally about sex. It's about power and control. Man. So if you see somebody that took that power and control away from you, stripped it from you, and realize they're about to be able to exercise power and control over 150 million other women via the Supreme Court, man, that seems like a powerful motivator to come forward, doesn't it? And then once the first one came forward, just like in that Catholic priest case, another one came forward. Then another one. Because they're not out there alone, facing your comments. Facing those comments. It's crazy. It is crazy. So, the key takeaway from this, because I know it's not going to do anything with this particular incident, because you're too entrenched. You know, you've already said too much, you can't take it back, and you don't want to look like you're wrong, so you stick with it. You're going to keep saying they're liars. I understand that. Too much pride. Got it. You might not want to do it again, because you're altering real-life relationships over bumper sticker politics by proclaiming you know what happened when you don't, and by being the very reason they don't come forward. So, do the math, and then think about it. How many of them do you know? How many of them talked about it with you? I don't think any of them will now, because they're not going to trust you. You already ruined that. Anyway, y'all have a good night. Just something to think about.